Hi, and welcome to the October vlog. In case you were ever curious or ever wondered about content creation, behind the scenes stuff, filming, editing a YouTube video and what's that like, then I think you will enjoy this first section of my October vlog. Of course, I had to make myself a cup of tea and also a hot water bottle because I was actually a bit cold on that day, so it's kind of a habit of mine to just bring a hot water bottle up to my room with me. And then it was time to get started with the editing. Here you can see me editing the September vlog, so if you haven't seen that one, you should definitely go check it out. I definitely haven't perfected my equipment and my programs and just generally how I go about editing. But the first step that I usually take when editing my vlogs is I open a program called iMovie on my iPad. And usually I do this at night or in the evenings, and I just take all of my clips that I've taken over the month and I stitch them all together. So that's why you can see me working with two devices, at least in the beginning, because I've got my iPad, as I said, where I stitch the clips together, and then I send a file to my computer, and that's where I add songs and sound effects like the typewriter sound that I like to include during my transitions from one sort of topic to the next. When it comes to the sound effects, there are a few you can use included in the iMovie program, so it's the same program. I use the same program on my iPad and on my computer, so that's really handy. But yeah, the sound effects I just take from the program itself, but when it comes to the songs, I go to the Meta sound collection and I just download a few tracks that I like, and those are the ones I use. Adding songs is what you can see me doing here, by the way. So the green thing that you can see at the bottom underneath the video files, those are the songs, the sounds that I've added. On the same day, I decided I wanted to get a couple of things from the shop, including peanuts and minced meat, because I really wanted to prepare some wraps for me that day. The supermarket's not super far away from where I live, so I just rode my bike there, and when I came back, it was really warm that day as well, so I wouldn't even have needed a jacket, so that's why I immediately just took off my jacket and my sort of cozy vest thing, and I carried the things I bought into the kitchen. You can just see me unpacking what I got. So some salad and the peanuts that I've mentioned before. Oh yeah, some nachos I got as well. and wraps, and yeah, there's some minced meat. And what else did I get? It's kind of a surprise for me as well. Is it cheddar cheese? I think so. And yeah. That day was a content creation day for me, so I was filming a quick reel for my Instagram, my Bookstagram, so I will link it in the caption in case you're curious. You can go ahead and check it out. But this is kind of the behind the scenes of when you film bookish content. What it involves is just picking out books, taking them out from your bookshelf, carrying them downstairs, because I usually like to film my content outside in the garden. But then you will often see me running around the house with a stack of books in my hands. So it's a bit tedious, but to be honest, this is the only way you can do it, really. Anyways, then I was heading outside with my trusty tripod.
So in the previous clip, you've seen me set up my tripod, which I actually had to move across from me because I didn't want to hold my camera all the time. And I actually want to show you a couple of books. But the reason why I set up my tripod is because someone on my Instagram, I have a Bookstagram account in case you didn't know, I'll link it in the description. But someone on my Bookstagram, she's asked me to share some book recommendations for characters who have a disability, physical or mental. And I thought I could also show you the books I've chosen. So in my video, which will probably, by the time this goes live, this video will probably already be on my Bookstagram, but I feel like I can also show you the book I've chosen in this video. That could be kind of interesting. So I think I've chosen, yeah, it's 5 books in total, and I won't go into detail what kind of disability the character has, partly because it's been a while since I've read these books, but I just want to show you the books because I think this could still be quite interesting even if I don't actually say what the disability is. But if you're looking for any book recommendations that go in that direction, then these 5 books could be ones that you would like to add to your TBR. So first one is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And this is interesting because it deals with gaming and video games and the process of developing a video game. So, you know, if that's something you like and if you like to read about video games, and I think this is gonna be a really good pick for you. Okay, the next one is for all the romantasy fans. Or if you just like fantasy, or if you just like romance, then this one is a good choice for you as well. For example, I don't like romance, but this was in there, and I didn't mind it. Like, I thought it was still good. If you like romance, if you like fantasy, or if you like a mixture of both, either way, this is going to be the book for you. And this is an ARC, so you can see it was published in June. Yeah, in June. And it's called A Dance of Lies. And the character in this one has a physical disability. She's handicapped, and that's the reason why she can't perform in front of the court. Like, she used to be a dancer in front of the court, and that's something that she can't do anymore because of her disability, and this kind of deals with the consequences of this, essentially. This one, it's been a while since I've read it, but it's more of a mental disability as opposed to a physical one, because the main character, he was born with a brain condition called alexithymia, I think, and it makes it hard for him to feel emotions like anger or fear, and that book kind of deals with that. Right. Then we've got The Universe versus Alex Woods. I think the main character, well, to be honest, I don't remember what the main character, what kind of disability he had, but it's definitely plays a role in here as well. And this was just a really touching book of an unlikely friendship between a young guy and an old man, and I think they go on some sort of journey together. So that was really a really, really good book. And then the saddest one that I have on my list, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this, it's A Little Life. And the main character, he goes through a lot. He has a physical disability, and it kind of deals with, you know, the consequences of something that happened to him when he was younger, and that sort of affects him throughout the entire book. Yeah, so I would just say, if you're not in a good headspace right now, and you know, if you've already been through a lot, or if you are currently going through a lot, then I would, for the time being, stay away from this one. It's a really good one. It was a 5-star read for me, but it is really sad. So, you know, do take care of yourself and like your mental health and how, you know, how you're doing. Add this to your TBR, but don't read it when you are currently not in a good headspace. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Right, these are the 5 books that I've chosen. And as I said, you will find a reel about these 5 books on my Instagram. So if you're curious and if you would like to check it out, then I will leave a link in the description. There's one last book that I want to show you, and it doesn't have anything to do with disability representation in books. It's a book that I got today. Today's the 8th, October the 8th. And this is a book that came in the mail today, and it's going to be released tomorrow. This is a book by a Korean author, and I won't try to pronounce the name, I'll probably mispronounce it, but you know, here it is. And it's, the German title is Bis zum Mond, but the English one is To the Moon. And it's, as I said, by a Korean author. This is the German translation. And it's basically about 3 female friends working for a sort of a company that produces, yeah, I guess produces the right word, that produces snacks in South Korea, but their jobs are just, you know, average, mediocre, nothing very special, nothing that really makes them happy. And their flats are really small as well, but then one of them decides to invest in cryptocurrency, and that's, you know, that leads to success. And then the other 2 friends join her, and they're all kind of involved in this cryptocurrency world, and they are successful. But you know, what happens at the end? Are they actually going to be really, really successful? Will they become rich, or is what they are going through not really leading to anything?
I'm currently in the midst of preparing for my master's exam, so I had to make myself another cup of tea, obviously. Essentially, what I was doing here is writing a summary. I have, for my German exam, I have a couple of articles to get through, and those I've already read. I've already written my summary. That's one of the articles, by the way. And what I haven't done yet is read 2 books and write a summary of the relevant chapters in them. The first few clips in this section of my vlog are ones that I've taken at home. You can see some beautiful autumnal leaves, and also in a second you can see my cat, who I played outside with for a little bit. For personal reasons, I was in Vienna quite a lot this month, so all of the clips you can see now were all taken there. Later this month, I once again made my way to Vienna to meet a good friend of mine. So I was driving my car to the train station. I was listening to a really cool song in the beginning that I would highly recommend. And I was walking to get my train. I was reading a book called To the Moon, which is by a South Korean author. And then we just spent some time walking around in the Belvedere Gardens in Vienna, which was really beautiful and really nice and very autumnal. And I had a really good time. For my master's exam, as part of my preparation, I was rereading Babel by Kwang this month, which, if you've seen my September vlog, I actually got this book signed, which I was really happy about. Here are a few more autumnal clips for you.
Okay, and I have never filmed an outro before, but I think it could be a good idea to have one, because that's what I've seen other people do. So I'm gonna try and do the same. So yeah, in short, I think it's nice to actually see the person who's, filmed the clips, who's edited the clips, who's maybe recorded a voiceover. I think it's nice to see that person at the end of a video, so here I am. Yeah, basically, I just want to say thank you for watching the vlogs I've uploaded since June. I know it's not a very exciting content, it's basically just what I did each month. But hopefully by the time I have a master's degree, I can experiment with more varied content, like, I don't know, book reviews, bookshelf tours, I don't know. You could let me know in the comments what you want me to post. If there's anything you would like me to try out, then I can, because I actually do enjoy the, maybe not being in front of the camera, that's still something I'm working on, but I do enjoy the behind the scenes stuff, like filming clips and editing them, maybe recording a voiceover. I think that's really fun, adding songs and text overlay if necessary, then I don't know, I think that's fun. So, that's what you could do. You could leave a comment, let me know what you would like me to try out in the future, sometime in the future. And, well, a like goes a long way, a subscribe goes a long way. I don't know, I sound like a typical YouTuber, which I guess I'm on my way to becoming. But yeah, what did I usually say? Like, comment, subscribe. So please like, comment, subscribe. And again, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the November vlog. Bye bye.